Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here, and today I have for you my Spirit of the Pharaoh deck. A lot of people don't know about this card, but basically, he is used in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX by a supposed greatest duelist ever, but it was just like a bunch of his servants faking that he was better than them. But I decided to try and make it playable, and this is what I came up with. You got one Spirit of the Pharaoh. It is a level 6 light zombie type. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by the effect of the first sarcophagus. When this card is special summoned, you can special summon up to 4 level 2 or lower zombie type normal monsters in your graveyard. Have 3 Pharaonic Protector, level 2 as required. Three Pharaoh Servant, level 2. 3 Zombie Clown, level 2. Now we have 3 Gozuki. During your main phase, you can send 1 zombie-type monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie-type monster from your graveyard, except Gozuki. Special summon 1 zombie-type monster from your hand. You can only use each effect of Gozuki once per turn. You're going to want to use them to send your normal zombies to the grave, because that's an easy way of setting up for the special summon of Spirit of the Pharaoh. And also pretty useful in the grave and the field. But you want to get as many to the grave as possible, since you have 9. You have 3 Uni Zombie. It's a level 3 tuner. You can target one face-up monster on the field, discard 1 card, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can target 1 face-up monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn, except zombie-type monsters. Also, send 1 zombie-type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can only use each effect of Uni-Zombie once per turn. Again, you're going to want to be in sending your normal monsters to the grave, and this is great for, well, for making your synchro plays, obviously. You have 2 Plague Spreader Zombie, level 2 Zombie, level 2 Tuner. If this card is in your graveyard, you can place 1 card from your hand to the top of the deck, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And this is great because it is part of a required, how should I say, strategy. Lastly, 1 Red-Eye Zombie Dragon. You contribute this card in face-up attack position by tributing 1 zombie monster. When this card destroys a zombie-type monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon that monster to your side of the field. Now for the spells, we have 1 the second sarcophagus and 1 the third sarcophagus, both saying this card can only be placed on the field by the effect of the first sarcophagus. You have 2 Book of Life. Target 1 zombie type monster in your graveyard, and 1 monster your opponent controls. Special summon the first target, also banish the second target. That's an obvious card to have in this deck. It's it's so fun to have. You got 2 tri-white. Target 3 level 2 or lower normal monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them from the graveyard. Simple as that. 1 Symbols of Duty. Send 1 normal monster you control to the graveyard. Select and special summon 1 monster from either graveyard and equip it with this card. When this card is removed from the field, destroy the equipped monster. You know, now that I think back on it, I could have switched that out for Monster Reborn, but I had built this deck before that ban list had come out, so I had never really thought of it. But yeah, I would switch that out for Monster Reborn, because you get more monsters that way. 2, Painful Decision. Send 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, add 1 card with the same name as that card from your deck to your hand. You can only activate the Painful Decision once per turn. 1 Foolish Burial. Send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard. Now, if your Plague Spreader zombie is not in the graveyard, I would recommend sending that one. If it is in the graveyard, send 1 of your normal monsters. Have 2 White Elephant's Gift. Send 1 face-up non-effect monster you control to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. And you're going to have a lot of options for that. You got 3 Creature Seizure. Each player gives their opponent 1 of their monsters they control. You must choose a face-up normal monster. You got 2 Amulet of Ambition. Equip only to a normal monster. If it battles a monster with a higher level, the equipped monster gains 500 attack times the difference in levels during that battle only. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can return it to the top of the deck. This is great for your level 2s. Like, obviously it is, but it really is. Lastly, for the spells, you got 1,000 Energy. Increase the original attack and defense of all face-up level 2 normal monsters except tokens on your side of the field by 1,000 points. Destroy all level 2 normal monsters on your side of the field during the end phase. Now for the traps, we only have 3 copies of the first sarcophagus. During each of your opponent's end phases, place 1 card face up on the field of... Okay, let me start over. During each of your opponent's end phases, place 1 face up on your side of the field from your hand or deck in this order: second sarcophagus and third sarcophagus. If 1 sarcophagus is removed from your side of the field, then all of them on your side of the field are sent to the graveyard. When you have all 3 sarcophagus, should be sarcophagi, cards on your side of the field, send all sarcophagus cards on your side of the field to the graveyard and special summon 1 Spirit of the Pharaoh from your hand or deck. Now, I know that's not a great effect. You just get a special summon level 4s from the grave. I mean level 2s from the grave, and they're normal monsters. But that's the challenge in making this deck. So I can make it somewhat good. Alright, for the extra deck, we have 2 Archfiend Zombie Skull. You can only summon it using Plague Spreader Zombie, and 2 or more non-tuner zombie monsters. Zombie monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. You got 1 coral dragon. Requires 1 tuner or 1 or more non-tuners. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card on your opponent's side of the field, destroy it. If this synchro summon monster card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. You can only use the effect of Coral Dragon once per turn. So I like to do this thing where I summon Coral Dragon while my Spirit of the Pharaoh is on the field. Then after that, I exe's for number 39, Utopia Beyond. Requires 2 level 6, which is what they are. If this card is exe-summoned, the attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls becomes 0. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up exes monster you control, and 1 Utopia monster in your graveyard. Banish the first target, and if you do, special summon the second target, then gain 1,250 life points. Obviously, the second effect is not important, but yeah, make your opponent's monster's attack 0. And then we got 1 Link Spider. Requires 1 normal monster. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand to a zone this card points to. You got 1 Proxy Dragon. Requires 2 monsters. If a card you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 of your monsters this card points to instead. And lastly, a Decode Talker. It's obvious why, because, you know, normal into this, 2 normals into this, these 2 into this guy. Alright, 2 or more effect monsters. This card gains 500 attack for each monster it points to. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card you control, quick effect, you can tribute 1 monster this card points to, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that target. Alright guys, that is my Spirit of the Pharaoh deck. Yeah, tell me what you think. What would you do to improve it? What do you like about it? Yeah. Leave me some feedback in the comments. I like when you guys comment. So remember, I have 100+ budget-friendly deck profiles, budget-friendly decks. So there's going to be a lot of fun content coming your way. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and most importantly, have fun, guys.